So you say you want to be successful. You got the motivational speech. You know how to pump people up. You got the great ideas. You got passion, desire, the willing to work and put in overtime. All of that means nothing if you don't have the one thing we're going to talk about today.
The Creator Podcast.
My name is Dion Williams, aka Dion Does, and I truly believe that we were all created in the image of the ultimate creator, and therefore it's in us all to create. And this show aims to help you and I both level up in this four-dimensional game of life so that we can go out and create for good, whether that's for ourselves, our family, the community around us, but all of this a part of a generational vision of a family of creators coming together to be the difference. Creator fam, welcome back. I almost let the beat ride again. I'm gonna let it ride, dang it. Man, it's something about that Creator Podcast beat. I could be having all types of different days. When that thing hits, it's just soothing to the soul. Welcome back, people. So today I want to talk about your plan. You really want to convince me of your chances of success being great? I said that sentence really weird. If you want me to believe in what you're about to do, you could save all the extra words. You could save the ideas. You could save your story. You could save all of your accomplishments. I don't need to hear that. If you don't got a plan, all of that stuff is great. I'm not trying to poop on it, and I'm not saying it can't benefit you. But if you don't got a plan, what are you doing? And a lot of these episodes nowadays are just inspired by conversations that I have with different people. Because I got a podcast now, and as I'm talking to someone or I'm listening, I'm like, oh, that should go on the podcast. But I was talking with someone, and we were able to quickly spot their issue is they had no plan. But they had the nerve to be upset that they weren't getting results. Like they had goals and they were doing work, but it was random. There was no plan. And anytime there was a resemblance of a plan, like it was weak. It was flimsy. It was, off the cuff. It was off the top of the head. They were maybe they had an emotional response to something cool that they heard, and they were like, you know what, I'm going to try that. Instead of doing it this way, I'm going to do it that way. Then they talk to someone else, and they're doing it the other way. So they're like, nope, I'm going to do that. And what's crazy is a story I actually shared with them on the importance of a plan was something that I kind of stumbled on, not even trying to learn this principle. And I've talked about it a few different times, but it was when I did this Daniel fast for my church. And the Daniel fast is where you only eat fruits and vegetables. And it's really strict too, with like certain kind of, like it's strict, man. Like I remember really having to look at food labels, and there would be things I really want to eat. It was close. It was vegan, but it had a certain kind of something in it, just a little bit. And I couldn't rock with it. And so the beauty of it is a lot of the bad stuff that we eat, you just can't make it in. Like if you're going to legitimately do that diet, and I've never heard of people, again, it's like a little bit stricter than just being vegan, because there's certain things I can get away with if and technically be vegan, but with this, you can't. And so I'm kind of going on a rant. That's just good for you. Daniel fast, I did it 21 days. I loved it. But one of the side effects of that was me losing 30 pounds in 21 days. Which was crazy, man. Like, I definitely had 30 pounds to lose, but kind of how I carried it, like, I wasn't like obese, and I didn't think I could drop that much weight, especially that fast, and especially because I had been trying to lose it for years, trying all types of different things, and most of it was going to the gym, which is always easy for me. I grew up being an athlete, And so I can go to the gym. It's the kitchen that gets me fluffed up. Not eating the stuff I shouldn't. Got a dang Hot Pocket sponsor. It gets hard. And so what I saw, though, was that when I had a plan that I was following, right, with my health in the right area. Let me circle back and say this too. I had the right plan. That's what's important too, right? Because then as I was talking to someone, the person that inspired this episode, and we were talking about different things, and they had things that they felt like were plans, but when we really looked at them, they were either, if to call them a plan would be a stretch, and if it was a plan, it was the wrong plan. And that's possible. Now, I do believe you should start somewhere. I don't think you should wait to have the perfect plan to start. Okay? I'm going to get into the principles here in a second, but I do want to stress that even when you do start maybe an imperfect plan, you're always looking to optimize and make it better, right? Because you can only be as good as your plan, right? I could have done, instead of the Daniel fast, I could have did a Twinkie fast where I only ate Twinkies. Is that a plan and I stick to it? Yes. Is it a good one? No. Right? But sticking to this plan, I had crazy spiritual breakthroughs, but I also lost that weight, like I said. And here's the power of the plan, people. And you can have plans for everything. We'll get to that towards the end. But, when we get to the part where we put all this in action. But there were so many days in that Daniel fast where I didn't want to do it. I was super tempted. I remember that's when I first found this dude named Dame Drops on YouTube, and I would just watch his food videos. Like, I would just watch him eat Wendy's and Arby's, and it would just make my day. I'd watch the Hodge twins eating their little fast food videos. And I never knew I could enjoy watching people eat, but I did because I couldn't eat the things that I wanted to. And some days were easier than others. Some days I just had to go to bed early because I was cranky. I was weak. I was miserable. Right? But the one thing that I could do, even when I was having emotional responses or not feeling it, feeling bad physically, I could just focus on the plan. Right? My decisions were limited because I had a plan. I had certain things I could eat and certain things I couldn't. And I didn't have to use any kind of willpower to do anything outside of following the plan. That's all I did. I was like, yo, whatever. I can cry, I can pout, whatever. I'm going to get through it, but I'm going to just stick to the plan. Trust the plan. And because I did that, I didn't get carried away with some of the emotional roller coasterness that went on. And sticking to the plan got me a really good result. And again, the plan wasn't for weight loss, but it was just the power of sticking to the plan. Because like I said, I had some amazing things happen spiritually too. And so that's my question that I'm going to lead you into in a little bit is what kind of plans do we need to get in place? But first, I want to drop this quote from Mr. Picasso, which is going to be our principle for today, that says, our goals can only be reached through the vehicle of a plan. There is no other route to success. I think when you look at it like that, you're really going to start moving the needle in different areas in your life. Our goals can only be reached through the vehicle of a plan. There is no other route to success. All right, Creator Fam, you heard Picasso. You have you, and then you have your dream far, far down the road. And if you want to reach it, the vehicle that's going to get you there is your plan. Now, the better the plan, the better the vehicle. Do you want a skateboard plan or do you want a rocket ship plan? Now, please, when I say that, I'm not talking about complexity. A rocket ship plan can be very, very simple. You don't want any extra fat, any fluff. Very straight into the point. What's your plan? Right? The Daniel fast isn't complicated. Just eat these raw. I don't think they have to be raw, actually. Again, don't take this episode as like all the details of it and go try. Like, look it up, right? But essentially, it's very simple. Keep your stuff organic. Can't have all the added junk to it. Fruits and vegetables. That's simple. It's not complicated. But it's effective because it's the right plan. All right, so I want you to take out your creator frame, scan the 4 dimensions of this game that we call life. We have our faith, relationships, energy, economics. I want you to look across those and say, hey, where am I in desperate need of a plan? A 1.0 version? Or where do I need to upgrade? Because maybe I have a plan, but it's ineffective. How do you know it's ineffective? Look at the world around you. Look at the results you're getting. Is the plan that you have for your diet and your exercise working? You tell me. Are you getting the results you want? Do you have a plan for your relationships, plan for your parenting, a plan for your marriage? Maybe it could use one. Man, but Dion, I'm not able to be consistent. I don't read my Bible like I need to. I'm not praying. Okay, well, what's your plan to improve that? Right? Get a plan. Get a plan for your money. Plan for your investments. That one word, plan, could change the game. All right. Now, once you get it, it's all about executing. So first we need to identify, then we need to attack with the plan. So create the plan and then finally execute it. You can create it, write it down, take a picture. That does nothing until you implement it. And then you always want to come back to it, improve it. Even if it's just 1% a day. You improve that plan, and over the years, you build a rock solid, airtight plan. Oh man, you're unbeatable. All right, you want another plan? I'm gonna give you a free plan. If you go to freecreatorcode.com, I'm gonna give you the code that it is that we live by. All right, this is a plan, the plan of all plans. All right, if you want to live this lifestyle of a creator, seeing the world with abundance instead of lack and scarcity, I want you to check out freecreatorcode.com. Check out that training. It is absolutely free. I love you guys. Stay safe. And until tomorrow, God first. God bless.